I graduated from Oklahoma City University on May 29, 1936, with a Bachelor of Arts degree. My postgraduate plan was to get on active duty as an officer in the Army. Hitler was making this option easier, and I had Mother's brother, Major George Hatton Weems, a West Point graduate known as Uncle Major, stationed at Fort Sam Houston, Texas, to keep me advised. In June of 1936, I went on active duty with the 9th Infantry Regiment, 2nd Division, at Fort Sam Houston for 1 year, arranged by Uncle Major. It was an exercise under Congress's Thomason Act to select 1,000 of the best Reserve Officers Training Corps ROTC students to serve for a year in the regular Army, with the top 10% offered regular commissions at the end of the year. I learned a lot during the exercise. 4-year college ROTC graduates came with more training than I picked up in 1 year of ROTC, and a 2nd year playing the cymbals in the military band for ROTC credit at the University of Tennessee, UT in Knoxville, plus 2 months of Citizens Military Training Camp, CMTC, in the summers. Because I was a leader in the last CMTC, I had been commissioned a 2nd lieutenant in the Infantry Army Reserve in November 1935. At Fort Sam, I experienced an almost McCarthy-like inquiry. The country was terrified of communism, and college graduates had spent time in academia, where everyone thought communists thrived. I went before a regular Army officer candidate board, and one of the board members happened to have been an instructor at the ROTC program at the UT during my freshman and sophomore years there. He asked, "Lieutenant Slayden, what part did you play in the communist movement at UT in 1932? I couldn't give him an intelligent answer because I didn't know there was a communist movement at UT. I had been a cartoonist for the Mugwump, the UT magazine, and at least one of my cartoons had poked fun at 2-year compulsory ROTC. Did that qualify me as part of the communist movement? I didn't hear anything more on the subject, but I left the evaluation board with the sure knowledge that I'd never make the cut. Randolph Airfield was close by, and several lieutenants took the physical exam for Army Air Corps flying training there. So I took the exam too. To pass the infantry exam, I had received a waiver because my right foot is flat. The Army Air Corps noticed that, but so what? Pilots fight sitting down. I breezed through everything else and was ordered to report to Randolph Field for pilot training in June 1937, a week or 2 after my exercise at Fort Sam. Meanwhile, as a high school and college southpaw pitching star, I had found a job pitching professional baseball with the Cloverleafs in Selma, Alabama, part of the Southeastern League. The team was at the top of 8, at that time, levels of minor leagues. In other words, 1 level below the major leagues.